It's 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, and it's time for the show that brings you the best deals in vaping, coming at you from the Vaping Underground Live network on Vapors TV. I'm your host and deals diva, TygerTyger, and with me, as always, is the illustrious, opinionated, and devilishly handsome VaporJoe. So settle in for 90 minutes of interactive, informative, and money-saving vape chat. Welcome to DoneDeal.
You do such a good job at that.
Really? No.
Once in the room, if you can hear me, no, it's actually not recorded. That is not recorded. Tiger, can you do it again?
It's 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, and it's time for the show that brings you the best deals in vaping. Enough?
No, do the whole thing, because they think it's recording.
Okay, well then let's prove it. Let's go live here, and here we go. It's 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, and it's time for the show that brings you the best deals in vaping, coming at you from the Vaping Underground Live network on Vapors TV. I'm your host and deals diva, TygerTyger, and with me, as always, is the illustrious, opinionated, and devilishly handsome VaporJoe. So settle in for 90 minutes of interactive, informative, and money-saving vape chat. Welcome to DoneDeal.
Boom! Proven wrong, bitches. There you go. Not everything you think is real. Okay? TygerTyger does it live. Every show, just for you. No, you should probably fucking just record it now, because everybody just thinks it's recorded. So you should just record it and just go.
Right.
So yes, welcome to DoneDeal on the biggest network, Vaping Underground Live. I am one of your hosts, VaporJoe, and of course next to me is the very sexy TygerTyger, who's wearing a TygerTyger outfit this evening.
That's right.
Looks quite sexy.
Oh, really?
Are you bringing that back to Jersey in October?
Well, yeah.
Are you bringing that to Jersey?
I was a little bit bummed today, just about various stuff going on, and so I decided to cheer myself up and have a pajama party for DoneDeal tonight. These are pajamas, so yeah.
Should I get my robe?
Oh, absolutely. and that's what okay, let's get everybody in on it. Everybody go get your jammies on. We'll wait for you. And we want you to post your pajama pictures in the DoneDeal group. So.
Don't threaten me with a good time now. I mean, Tiger in a Tigger outfit. I mean, you guys, you have to understand something. Tiger in real life in a Tigger outfit. That's the police will be involved. That's just dangerous.
Okay, sounds like a good time. Hey, Tower. This is for you.
Excellent. Yeah, you know what? I should buy a pair of Tigger boxers. Like a pair of Tigger silk boxers.
I like that. T-I-double-G.
Yeah, I buy a pair of Tigger silk boxers or something.
Nice.
But you can get them for me for Christmas. There,
okay.
There you go. There's something you can get for me for Christmas.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So anyway, guys, what's going on? Tonight, of course, we have lots to talk about. We have lots of deals to talk about. Lots of vape mail to go through tonight. I got lots of new stuff. Some of my own deals that came in today. Finally got a pre-order from GearBest, which we'll be talking about. And so why don't we get right into it as far as vape mail is concerned? Tiger, do you want to go first? Or
Well, sure, because actually there's one thing I know we both got, but you have handy, so that's how we'll segue into you. I'll start. The day I told you guys it was coming, and the day after last week's show, it showed up on Wednesday, my eVic VT kit. And I know, Joe, you've got one of these as well. You don't use the Ego 1 atomizer with it. I have been giving that a shot. And I think I do like some of the a little more aggressive tanks better. The Heracles maybe say for sure. You know I'm very fond of that one. But there's nothing wrong with this, and you can get, low ohm heads for it as well. I'm actually trying out temperature control because it came, of course, with the nickel and the titanium head. I'm gonna obtain some Canthal for it, but I did sort of break. I said I wasn't interested in vaping on nickel, but it was already in there, and I thought, well, all right, let's just go for it. So I've been trying out the temperature control. I don't know that it'll ever be a big deal to me because of the way I vape and the style I vape, but I will say it does what it says it'll do. You know, it doesn't matter. I kind of, you know, tested it, and when the tank started to get down, I just kept vaping anyway, and it did protect me from those dry hits. It just cut out and wouldn't fire harder or more. So the vape gets wispy, of course. You know, you better do something. Top up the tank, and away you go again. So it does what it says it does. There you go. But am I going to suddenly become a temp control excited person? No. Just no. But the device itself is fabulous. 5,000 mAh. It lasts forever. Obviously, with 5,000 mAh. I like the very intuitive way it works. You know, instead of a 3-button interface, you've got, of course, your fire button here, and then this little dial is your up and down. And that's working well for me. And yeah, eVic VT. So, also in vape mail, Mad Scope. It hasn't arrived yet. So I'm still in withdrawal, but it is getting closer. It is on its way across Canada to me. Yay! So I will have vape mail later this week.
You should have it before mine envy, most definitely.
Oh yeah, it should definitely arrive this week. I'm hoping against hope to see it on Thursday, but Friday for sure, if not Thursday.
Okay. All right,
and of course today I got a cute little box in the mail. Oh, you know what? I got a few things I got to show you. I got some fancy drip tips from Gothic Vaping. This is Gothic Vash, and this one, you know, there's no way I can show you this and have you do it justice. This is a glowstone tip, and you can see the different sort of markings in it. Like it's white, but it's got sort of patches in it that are almost clear. What happens, there's no way I'll be able to show you because there's just too much light, and if I kill all the light, you won't see anything. But when this gets exposed to light, those parts glow blue. So it's really pretty and kind of striking, and I can hardly wait to vape in the dark with this. He did a great job on them. And I want to show you another one. I actually got another couple that I won't show on this show because one of them's for Joe. So we need
Yeah, don't show it. I like a surprise.
But this one, and I'm so hoping this focuses for you guys. I'm going to get as close as I can. You see the sparkles? Isn't that awesome?
Oh, that looks really good. See, and it matches your nails, actually.
I know. I didn't plan that. But it totally does. And they are all that opalescent, that sort of, what do you want to call it? Holographic kind of sparkles with lots of colors in it. So, yeah.
No, those sparkles are on the inside, correct? Like they're not going to be getting that.
No. What he's done is this is actually his own made in-house acrylic stock. So the sparkles are inside the stock, and no, I can't feel anything on the outside. It's perfectly smooth. It's beautiful, smooth acrylic, and he's made them quite a wide bore as well. You can see the edge there is quite open, and just beautiful work. Vash does great work. And he was showing these on Facebook, and I'm like, I need some of those. So I got another one that you'll have to wait to see because we can't spoil the surprise for Joe.
Yes,
and but yeah, if you're looking for something that's not run of the mill, that not everybody has, it's a little different, a little unique, a little signature, Vash does incredibly great work. Certainly these are not like, you know, $2 drip tips like you can get at Fast Tech, but these are also not $2 drip tips like you get at Fast Tech. These are handcrafted, beautiful works, so out of the States. And listen, while Joe talks, I'm going to grab you the link for him. I should have had that ready for you already, but...
Already? Ready?
Yeah, already.
All right.
And of course, then today, the last bit of vape mail showed up. I got a t-shirt from Halo. Now, I don't have it at my desk, but Joe has one as well, and I'm going to turn this all over to him.
Oh, it's my turn now?
It's your turn. You can talk about t-shirts and whatever you want.
Well, of course, I did get a Halo t-shirt, but, you know, I got it last week. I believe I talked about it in the last DoneDeal, but... what I want to talk about is a few things I got, and namely, and it just actually kind of goes with the deal. Now, I just want to make sure this deal's still going before I talk about it, because give me a second now. Give me just 2 seconds. I'm just running over to my blog to make sure this is still going. Where are you? There we are.
Oh, thanks, Hitman. Hitman's got it right there. It is. I was double checking that it was Gothic Vaping, and it is. So thanks, Hitman420. That is the link where you can find some of these. He's also on Facebook and shows some pictures of his work, which is where I first saw him. But really, really nicely done.
Now, oddly, I'm mixing a deal with VapeNow. And the only reason why I'm doing it is because I'm going to be talking about it, because I got it. So I'm just going to put a link in the room. This is actually to an Enjoy deal, and this deal is fucking great. I bought it myself. I went out, and basically what happens is you buy a 10 ml bottle for $7.99, and you get a free vape kit. So I said, screw it, I'll try it. So I went out and I went to Enjoy, and I bought this double espresso. It's a little 10 ml bottle in my hands, and it looks really tiny. And we're not used to buying 10 ml bottles anymore. Most of us buy 30 mls. But with this, you get a vape kit for free. A full-on vape kit. You get a charger, an Ego battery. You're getting like a CE4 tank style. You're getting the charger. You're getting wall wart. Everything in this kit. It's costing $7.99. So you're getting a 10 ml bottle of juice. You're getting a battery. It's like an EVOD style battery, a CE4. You're getting the wall wart, and you're getting the USB charger for $7.99. Free shipping. No obligation. You just pick your flavor. Boom, $7.99. I think this is one of the best deals going, just to get somebody going in the industry. Yeah. If you want to get a vapor started for $7.99, you can do it. Everything they need to vape is right here, and they're going to get a 10 ml bottle of juice. Now, of course, you're going to have to buy them more juice, but everything they need to do is right there.
Yeah.
Right there, just to get started. It costs you $7.99 free shipping. So I tested it out. Now I bought the double espresso. I have to tell you, it's not bad. Frankly, it's pretty damn good. I don't know who makes their juice, but this is a really good coffee. I'm vaping right here. It's working fantastic. Now, of course, I'm not going to crack open this kit. I'll wind up giving it to somebody, or of course, I will, give this over to Tiger, and she can give it to somebody. No, Tower Vape writes to Kangbro. No, they're saying it's 100% USA made, and I believe them. It's much too thick to be a Chinese juice. I think Chinese juice tends to be a little bit more runny. There's no PG-VG ratio, but I'm assuming this is at least a 50-50. Mm-hmm. So again, $7.99, free shipping, buy it all day long. I think everybody here should just get one kit, give it to a friend.
Just have it on hand for that smoker friend or for someone who asks. That's a great idea.
Right. So like I said, I'll either maybe we'll give this away to Mon Envy for a new vapor, or I'll give it to Tiger, and she'll know somebody to give it to. And then I got this. So in my hand is the new Evolve 200 watt mod. Okay. There's a lot of interest in this mod. I got this from GearBest. This was on their pre-order. This is the VT Box 200. Got a lot to talk about with this mod. I got a lot of good and a lot of bad with this mod. Okay, so how do we start? Now, I got this mod on a deal, one of my deals. I paid $115 for it. I thought it was a fantastic deal. It's going to be a 200 watt box mod. It's going to be an Evolve 200 chip. How could you go wrong for $115, considering, right? Fit and finish on this is stunning, fantastic, really, really wonderfully built. The fire button is fantastic. The up and down button is fantastic. It's much like the DNA 40, except it goes to 200 watts. There's a major issue with this mod, though. If you are a tank vapor like myself, if you vape tanks, this mod is not for you.
Oh.
Okay. If you are a rebuilder and you do RDAs, you're gonna love this mod. The problem with this mod is, Evolve built in a lot of protection, and inside this mod is one of those really hardcore, like, RC car batteries, which is very, very high amperage, but low mAh. Okay. This mod basically has 14 or 1500 mAh in it. Okay? So if you're vaping, say, RDA, and you're taking 6 or 7 pulls an hour, because you like just figure like once every 10 minutes, once every 5 minutes, whatever, it's going to last you a while. But when you're a tank vapor like myself and you're using a 0.2 or 0.5 ohm head, this is going to last you about an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's the problem I have with this mod. This is not meant for the average vapor. This is meant for somebody who rebuilds. Okay. And that's just this configuration. The problem is Evolve has built in so much protection, and they needed such high-rated C batteries that the mAh suffers.
Okay.
So you're going to get tons of power out of it, but you're not going to get it when the mAh value when you're vaping, say, something like this, OBS tank that's running 0.2 ohms. But see, when you're running a rebuildable.
What wattage are you using? They're asking, it lasts a couple hours at how many watts?
And you're going to laugh? 60 watts. The problem is, with this, the average tank user will pull a lot longer than a rebuildable person will pull. So just say, like, when I do this, okay, that's probably only a third or a half the time somebody's going to pull off a rebuildable, because the rebuildable is so much vapor coming off it compared to a tank that some people go done. But if
you're saying you're vaping longer,
yes,
not a fraction of,
meaning the RDA people are. So if I'm holding that fire button three times or twice as long as somebody who's on an RDA, this is only going to last half as long. And for me, like I said, it only lasts 2 hours tops of consistent vaping. Now, it recharges fast, super fast, okay? Because it's only the mAh value is so low, so I can recharge this in 45 minutes, to an hour. So it charges quickly, but at the same time, it doesn't last as long. Honestly, this lasts as long as a DNA 30 Vapor Shark Mini with a regular tank on it. For me, somebody else can find a different configuration, but I'm sure somebody out there can get a chip and put a ton of batteries into it. Maybe be able to do a quad 18650 design or something. But right now, for the average vapor, this particular mod is not good unless you're a pure rebuildable person. But again, fit and finish. Everything about this mod, fantastic. As far as just, I know I could drop this, it's going to be great. The chip inside is fantastic. The battery inside is super safe. So it's really up to you what you want to do.
Well, there's two things coming from chat, Joe, that I think are worthy of note, and that is, first of all, T-Max King is telling us that in a few box mod groups, they're replacing those stock batteries to improve the VT200. So that's one idea on the table that is available. Also, Vaping with Vic is letting us know that some folks' VT200s arrived with dead batteries. So, that's a shame, of course, a bit of a, inconvenience. You've got to get that swapped. I'm sure vendors are looking after that. But I wonder if that's affecting you, Joe. Maybe yours didn't arrive dead, but it certainly isn't running to peak performance.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I charged this just before the show, and I've been hitting it a few times since the show, and the battery has already dipped 1 bar. That gives you an idea of how fast this battery drains. But again, this is a thing from Evolve, I believe. Evolve never wanted to go over a certain amperage, a certain wattage, and what they're doing is they're covering their ass, is what they're doing. They're making a super safe 200-watt chip. And by doing that, things suffer. They have to worry about liability. They have to carry insurance, things like that. So what I would do is probably, like I said, the average vapor, no, but I'm sure somebody could take that chip and put it into something with more substance. 4 18650, 6 18650s in it. So it was a disappointment. But again, I still use this all the time. I've been using it since I got it. I just recharge it a lot because I just love the fit and finish and the look of it.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
well, they are great looking.
And this thing hits like a brick shit house. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're gonna get all the power out of this. So, in terms of a rebuildable rebuilder out there, you guys are gonna love that. But for me, a tank user, my eVic runs 10 times longer than that fucking thing
does. They are. That's what I've noticed in the last week. Is this baby's a workhorse, well worth the money, in my opinion.
Now there's somebody says 1800 mod. There's a lot of different Evolve 200 mods out there. There's ones from e-cig. This one's the VT Box 200. I just put up a deal for another one. There's various China companies that are using authentic chips and building them their own way and putting different batteries in them. So you guys can mess with them and do what you like. But I knew this was coming. Once they hit, and they just try to, mass market this to the public, I knew there was going to be a problem. I got it, and I was like, "Yep, I was right." But again, I got one for Tiger for $98. So you really got to look at what's best for you. But $98, I'd still buy a few of these because it's a really good price. But never spend $200 on one of these. They started trying to market these for $150, $200. Don't spend that much money.
Right. Question in the chat. Dandy wants to know who has the best deal on the eVic. Now, I've got a couple deals to talk about tonight on the eVic Mini, but is there anything more current than I had on the full size?
If you could get, generally speaking, there's a ton of vendors out there now that are doing the eVic, the full size, this one,
right?
Full kits. Anywhere between $60 to $50. It depends on the vendor. The problem I have is every time we do a deal like that, we wind up selling them out.
Yeah, I'm just checking mine right now actually to see if there's.
I'm actually going through my blog right now too.
Okay, they've brought the price up, so that deal isn't in effect anymore. Well, let me see. I'm actually going to go through the process of faking an order here. Okay.
Would that be Central Vape, Tiger?
It is, in fact.
Yeah, they did bring that price up a lot.
I'm just adding the coupon. Oh, they don't let you add the coupon code yet.
Yeah, you got to go through the entire process.
Oh my god, I gotta log in just to enter it. Yeah. What the frickin'?
well, Tiger does that.
Yeah, really. I'll be a while. I'll get back to you guys.
Yes, while Tiger looks for you guys for the eVic. I do have a few deals that are going on, and I just want to bring up. Something that was very interesting to me, and this was by Local Vape. Now I'm just trying to see if they still have it going. Local Vape is a very big Cali brick and mortar. They did a lot of distribution, all kinds of good stuff, and they're doing a massive liquidation on a ton of different juice and legit mods. Now, what blew my mind was it was Local Vape. I mean, Local Vape is like VapeRev, big company, huge company, and then out of nowhere, they're just dumping all kinds of stuff and good stuff like the standard Blueprint juice. You can get a bottle of standard for $6. Okay, you can get legit mods for $19 to $15. Legit drip tips. All these guys that have been selling all these, these things would cost hundreds of dollars. Some of them are down to drip tips that cost $50 are down to $5. Mods that used to cost $200 are down to $19. I mean, insane prices. So I put it up on my blog, and it's a sign of things to come. And I was floored, And when I did my workshop, I said, this is coming. You're going to start seeing a lot of these high-end vendors start dumping stock, because they have to survive. And, you can really get some really great deals. For those of you out there who like the standard, like I love Irie Nights. It's my favorite juice.
Mm-hmm.
I get it for $6. Anywhere else in the country, it's going to cost me $22 for a bottle of juice. Blueprint Blueprint and Jackson's Juice, $3. I mean, insanity. I mean, I know people who bought 15, 20 bottles of juice from these guys. So if you guys really, really want, low price juice, go for it, man. I mean, this is the time. Jump on it. Yeah, my giraffe juice. That's right. Irie Nights. There it is. Big Babu. He got 300 mils of the standard for $72. You know, incredible prices. So get over there, buy them out. I'm sure they got a shit ton. I'm vaping right here. I'm vaping the standards. Irie Nights. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite juices in the whole world. For those of you who don't know what Irie Nights is, it's a Jamaican black rum and brown sugar. Just a fantastic flavor.
Well, I did go through that process. They've raised their price, so you're still getting a discount with the code I've listed in that blog post there. But instead of coming in at $48.06, it's coming in at about $18 more. It's going to be about $66 and change before shipping. So it's still reasonable, but not the hell of a deal it was. So.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. All right. So yes, check out that, and again, go over to Local Vape. If you guys are still into tube mods, I'll be honest with you, there is a tube mod kit right now. It's the Tube Puffs Monstro version 2. You're going to get a full kit. You're going to get 4, I guess you'd call them sleeves, and it's only $39. And you got another one in there that's running military grade. No, I'm not calling them. They're calling it aerospace grade, solid brass bars. It almost looks like a 4.9, but this is a legit out of the United States. $19, which really shocked the shit out of me. And then I got the Critical Minds La Cosa Nostra Fat Boy drip tips for $2. I mean, they just got some crazy stuff, just insane stuff over there. So go over there, take a look, and the funny thing is, you can buy. Some of these mods are so cheap, they're cheaper than their boxes of cartomizers. I'm not lying. You could buy a Celtic mod RDA, which is, I think it's $8 or $9, and a box of their cartomizers, old school cartomizers, are $8. Okay, so this is how I'm telling you, this is how much they are really just blowing this stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
So get over there, and you guys will save a ton of money. All right, so that is it on the Local Vape. But yes, that's a hell of a situation going on.
So did we kind of derail you on Vape Mail, or did you just beautifully segue into deals?
No, I'm done. I'm done. Vape Mail.
You are so done. All right.
Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. I'm sorry, I am wrong. Because it's not on my desk. I did get a box of juice. I got a box of juice. You see that box? This is all from Vaping Watch.
Nice.
And this is all T-Max No Frills Mills. And I have to tell you, now this was sent to. I don't know if you can see this. I have to make it. I don't know if you could see this. This was sent to Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Petner.
I love it.
Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Petner.
The novelty does not wear off.
And the best flavor in this is a new flavor called homemade apple pie. Oh my god. I think this may be better than the banana dragon fruit. For those of you who like apple pie, this is a fantastic flavor. Probably one of the best apple pies I've ever vaped. And I heard from him this weekend he's going to be doing a deal So you may want to hold off on going over there. This week he's going to be doing $5 30 ml bottles.
Wow, awesome. As if they're not already cheap enough at $6. At $5, it's a no-brainer. Nice. Some great flavors there. If you have not yet tried the 6 bills for 30 mils, now you can get them for 5 bills. So check it out. T-Max No Frills Mills. Good juice.
Yeah. And that, and of course the banana dragon fruit. I know Tiger and I fight over that. I've been also vaping blueberry crumble. I have the apple pie here, and then there's a strawberry yogurt I've been vaping. This is strawberry donut, which I don't have a whole lot left of, and then the peanut butter custard, which is just really great. I mean, come on.
You love peanut butter flavors.
Yes, I do. I do.
And yeah, I'm waving my mod here because this is the dragon banana fruit in here. So I made sure this was topped up before we needed to go live.
Are you telling me Jan 20 gives an additional 20% off the local vape price? Are you kidding me? So are you telling me, all right, so you can get a bottle of Blueprint for $2.40? Wow, that's insanity.
Insanity.
That was really, really crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big Bam's flipping out.
Fuck! You're going to save $14.
Don't tell me you made a purchase, Big Bam.
He got 300 mils for $72. I'm like, you know what? He still got a great deal. He could have saved an additional $14, but... All right, so let's talk some. Now, I did a ton of tanks this week. It's been a huge tank week for me. Last 2 days has been basically nothing but tanks, and there's one I want to bring up, and it is the Aspire Triton, the latest and greatest from Aspire. And here's the link. Now, of course, for those of you who don't know anything about the Triton, it's the upgrade from the Aspire, and it's a top filler. It reminds me a lot of the OBS tank. I don't know if Aspire stole the idea from OBS or OBS stole it from Aspire, but Smokey really, really loves the Triton. And the Tritons were starting off at like $40.
Yeah.
Now you can get it for $23.75, and this is shipped from the United States from a new company I have been pimping heavy, e-cig.com. E-cig.com. Basically, to be honest with you, we've been talking about this company. They want to lose money.
They're in it to win it.
e-cig.com right now is trying to catch fire. They have one of the best names in the business, but they're new. And they are basically coming out, guns blazing, selling things at cost, maybe even losing a few dollars, trying to catch attention from everybody. And, well, this is the time to go over there and buy. Use coupon code ILOVEYOU, and that'll get you additional 5% off anywhere on the website. And the Aspire Triton is no exception. I think it comes in at like 23 and change, really, really cheap, and their shipping is extremely reasonable. So shipped out of the United States, you just can't go wrong. For those of you who want to try the Aspire Triton, it's a behemoth kind of tank. It's got armor and glass, and it's just top filling. It's completely insane. It's one of the most advanced sub-ohm tanks going. So get over there and try them out. I do not own a Triton. I haven't gotten one yet. I have one on order with them, but the reviews are pretty fantastic, and I know Smokey did a review on them. And
nice. So many great options in the sub-ohm tanks now. I'm really excited about that.
No, JRACTK, the UL Crown, any word. Yeah, they actually have a deal over there as well on the Crown, I believe. Let me just throw that up there.
I believe you are correct.
If they're still in stock. Again, we can't always be Yes. Real cheap. I think it's $15.44.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if it's still in stock though. Oh, yep, it's still in
Still there.
Actually,
Good stuff.
No, they raised the price. Pricks.
Oh.
They always do that.
Yeah. Well, they get a batch in that they sell off at one price, and
they make me look bad because the deal will be awesome and it'll be $17, and then 4 or 5 days later I'll get shit from somebody going, your deal's wrong, you're just trying to make people go there. I'm like, no, it used to be that
really
way.
Was.
They raised the price on me.
You need to take screenshots.
Yes, I should do that, Tiger. That's a fantastic
You're welcome.
Idea. Yes, they're like drug dealers. They suck you in, and they're like, here, try this, it's cheap. And then, oh, you want another one? 4 times the price. No, but seriously, they do have it over there, but it's a little expensive. I would say not to buy it over there right now. But if you want to try it and get it, it's great subject. So, Tiger, do you have anything you'd like to throw our way?
Well, sure, I can share. Let me just get queued up here. And we were talking about the e-cig VT earlier, but I wanted to share with you, and Big Bam, you're so on it. I've got an additional link, so I'm going to drop what I had here as well, because some people, I'm hearing more and more, aren't interested in the full kit. They just want the mod. And so now there is a deal on that as well. You can accommodate whether you want the entire kit with the Ego 1 atomizer, or if you just want to get your hands on the 60-watt mod. Now, the cool thing about the VTC as opposed to the VT, you're not getting the 5000 mAh built-in LiPo, okay? But you are getting a mod that takes an 18650. So there's advantages to that, right? Because if you've got a charger and other batteries, you can so easily just switch it and you're off to the races. You don't have to worry about USB charging, which is always a bonus for me. But there is USB charging if you want to take advantage of that. Best of both worlds, right? Now, the e-cig VTC is a little more compact and, of course, available in the incredibly currently popular Tiffany blue. You can also get black or white. There's your black rendition. There's the white. And of course, if you opt for the full kit, you're going to get that Ego 1 atomizer as well. Now, I have a fancy drip tip on mine. That doesn't come stock, but the silver tip you see in the picture does. And like I said, I like my Heracles better. I like my Arctics better. I haven't tried some of the ones that Joe was talking about yet. They sound like gooders too. But the Ego 1, now that I've been using it for a week, it's working now. And of course, I'm using it in the temperature control mode. I'm anxious to get some Canthal coils in and just compare apples and apples.
No, Tiger, were you saying this was for the mod only?
Well, I've got 2 actual links and listed there. You can get the box mod only for $36.99. Use the coupon code I've listed there.
Oh, go for that! My God, it's like almost.
Or grab the full kit for $50.99. So
go for the box mod only. Really. Now, let me explain something to you all. Please listen to me, okay? When it comes to GearBest, everybody complains about GearBest shipping. Everybody complains about Fast Tech shipping. Everybody complains about blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Do yourself a favor. This is the only way I order from GearBest, and I get my shit quick. Okay? If you're going to buy a drip tip, all right, wait, okay? But if you're going to spend $50, $60, $70, $100 from GearBest, spend the $6 or $7 on the expedited shipping. It will come to you via DHL, UPS. This came UPS. Okay, this was a pre-order. The moment it was shipped, it was at my door in 5 days. Okay, we're talking UPS. You're talking tracking number. We're talking, you know how UPS works. We all know how DHL works. Spend the $6 or $7 on the shipping to get it to your door in 5 days. If you're spending enough money where it's worth it. Like again, if you're spending $20, $15, whatever, you're buying a $5 atomizer, don't spend that much money.
Yeah.
But if you're going to spend the bucks, and this is for the U.S. because I know some of you have to pay duty. And
I was going to say, if you're in Canada, just be aware that bringing it in DHL or UPS, they are going to charge you their brokerage fee and the GST accordingly. Now, the GST is going to amount to not much, but they like to charge you. Usually, it's a $10 right off the top brokerage fee for the privilege of collecting that tax. So... You know, on a bigger order that you want fast, even for Canada, it's worth it. But if it's a smaller order and you are patient, just be aware of the extra charges. So
right.
I've done it. I've paid it. It was worth it to me that time. But I wouldn't do it on every order.
Right. And in the United States, you're not going to pay. People in the United States don't panic. Right. You don't pay anything.
Right.
Okay?
That's
because we're awesome. And we don't have to pay any of these crazy taxes and brokerage fees or anything. So $6 to my door in 5 days from China, as soon as they ship. But you got to remember, when you're looking at GearBest, make sure you look at where it says ships between 3 to 5 days. That means when you place your order, it's going to ship in 5 days. You spend that money, it's going to take another 5 days, so you're looking at least 10 days.
Right.
So make sure you look at these things. A lot of people don't look; they just buy and are like, "Where's my shit?" And it's a pre-order and it's going to take 20 days.
Right.
Be sure to look at everything before you buy.
Yeah.
So you don't go crazy and But remember, you're paying with PayPal. In the end, you're protected.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's no concern in that respect. You just you have to decide which ones you're willing to wait for and which ones you want faster.
Yes. So, like I said, if you're going to spend the big bucks, spend the $6, and I promise you'll get it so much faster, and you will thank me. You'll come up to me at a vape meet and shake my hand and go, "Thank you, sir, for the $6 shipping advice."
Mm-hmm.
Promise you. All right.
Alrighty.
All right, so that was a Triton and Tiger's eVic Mini.
eVic Mini.
Here's a little jobber I want to talk about. This is a little RDA out of Fast Tech. It is called the Low Pro RDA. Real cheap. There's a link. $6.07 for this little jobber. This is the very popular these days with the RDAs. The little mini profile jobbers.
Mm-hmm.
You can put quad coils in this bitch. It's got the chuff cap in it. Comes in 4 different designs. I'm quite fond of the black with the blue splash.
Yeah, that's cool.
But don't forget, Fast Tech's running a coupon code on everything on their site. It's the RMBBUST code. I think it's 5 or 10%, and it works on everything on the site. So this brings this little jobber down to $6.07. But if you don't like this, it'll work, site wide. If you guys want a tablet or mod or something. But these really caught my eye because they're so cheap. They come with the lovely chuff cap on top. Like I said, quad coil, huge airflow, and it's super, super tiny. Super tiny. So,
and for those of you who don't understand the advantage, smaller chamber, bigger flavor. Okay, it's just usually that simple. So when you reduce the airspace under the cap, you're increasing the flavor you're getting. So.
Let me back up. I meant quad poles, meaning quad screws. So it's a dual coil design. But regardless, this thing's going to chuck vapor. It's going to give you tons and tons of flavor. It acts like a chamber reducer. It's got a ton of airflow. And, I mean, to be honest with you, at that price, I bought 10 for giveaways at that price, just to have, and I bought them all the black with the blue splash anodization on it. So, for shows that I support, they'll just go out to winners. But it's fantastic little guy. I mean, I think it's fantastic. I have nothing more to say about it other than buy it. You know, buy 10 of them. That's how good they are. Yeah, MTM, $6, dude. That's cheap. That's it. That's all I can say about it. Just buy it.
Rob PA69 wants someone to explain WTF a squonk is. Now, that's not a dumb noob question, Rob. That's just a very reasonable question, and I'd be happy to do that. Squonking refers to a style of vaping where you're using a box mod that has usually got a hole in the outer case, and the juice bottle is inside the mod. Okay, so what happens is you can, through that little hole, squeeze the juice bottle. Now, what happens when you do that? You have got a rebuildable dripping atomizer on top, but instead of having to pull the cap and drip into it, it's got a hole through the 510 connection, and the mod is built with the tubing and so forth that allows you, when you squeeze that bottle, you're actually pushing juice from the bottle up through the 510 connector into the atomizer. Okay, so forget about bottles and messy dripping and pulling caps and all that. When your Addy needs dripping, you just squonk. They call that squonking, okay? And you just squeeze and it puts juice into your atomizer to be wicked up, and you just keep vaping. So it's all the good things of a drip atomizer and a drip vape without having to drip. Kind of brilliant, right? So most notable, the famed Rio mods, I believe they may have been the first to do that, in fact. And now there's other options available inspired by the Rios. So there you go. Squonking.
Now, one's in a room if you've tried squonking, and I mean in vaping. Yep. How many of you has tried a squonker?
There's a few. Yes, sir. And Nitro's right there at the top of the list. Hello, Nitro. And 3Dog.
I'll throw. I was going to throw one in for Scope.
Oh, he's there. Yeah, Scope's.
No, Scope. Basically, exclusively squonks. Every time I see him, he's always with his Rio and his squonker. And there's a new tank out for a squonker. Now, This is an odd conundrum for me because this is strange. Because a squonker was meant to be your juice bottle was your tank.
Yes.
Well, there's this new product called the Skyfall Squonk RDTA. So you could do all kinds of shit with this thing. You could use it to squonk, you could use it to rebuild, you can use it as a regular tank, and it looks freaking badass. It's a monstrously huge tank. It's got a 5 mil capacity.
Yeah.
And it's just dripping with stainless steel.
Pardon the pun?
It's just dripping with stainless steel. And you could use this on a squonker. You can use this on a regular mod. There's all kinds of things you could do with this. It's kind of like a hybrid tank in a sense, where you could use it on a like a Rio, or you can use it on a regular mod. And I kind of like the idea of this, except we need squonkers. I think what it is we need squonkers with 30 mils now.
Oh no! Big Bam says the Skyfall is out of stock.
No.
Rawr.
What? No. Real?
It must have been everything they said it was. Very
Damn
popular.
it.
They flew out the door.
Okay, well, all right. So there is a tank. All right, how about this? There was a tank. That was
Well,
called the
they will
Skyfall.
be restocked. They will be restocked. We will find them again. That's not the only run of Skyfalls that we'll see.
Yes. Okay. Well then. Yes. Now here. All right. So then I'll just give you another deal then. Let me just make sure it's still in stock. If I don't. Okay.
Big Bam's having a tantrum.
Sorry.
Don't worry, Big Bam. We'll find them again.
All right. So this is a really, really, really big, huge deal. This is the TF-V4 by SmokeTech.
Really big deal.
No, this is a monster
Well,
sub-tank.
let's have a link. Quit teasing us. There we go.
Oh,
Oh, Big Bam's got her. Big
yeah, I was
Bam's
waiting
got
on the
her.
Big Bam Boom. Now, Scope told me about this thing. I have one on order because I went in for this deal because it's so cheap. $23.99. From what I'm understanding, this thing is a tri-coil. So you actually put 3 heads in this thing.
What?
Three big cotton heads in this bitch, and it opens like the top like goes whoop, and you close it. You don't take it off. It just kind of
it pivots on a pin, which I think is brilliant. I love that idea for the top fill.
well, one head with 3 coils in it. Is it all right? Scope, but it's not. Each with this. All right, so it's one unit, but it has 3 coils with cotton, right?
Okay, and each is its own wick. Okay. So, but yeah, the way that tank refills, I think, is just brilliant. Because not only is it a top fill, which is so convenient and nice, but the way it pivots on that pin, you don't even have to worry about where you're going to set that down or how are you going to hold it while you fill. You just move it out of the way and do what you got to do. Nice.
Right.
Nothing to drop, nothing to roll under your desk.
Right, and this baby's coming in at just $23.99. I did a deal, a few weeks ago when it was in the 30s, and now this one's coming in black. For those of you with your black mods, if you want to match it up, and of course they have silver too. But super great price. It is a pre-order. I'm just looking at the. Let me just take a look real quick. So many windows open, I'm sorry. Really? Oh, there it is. A second here. These will ship... Oh, these ship late. Holy shit. See, now, here's a prime example. These ship late, okay? 302 pre-orders. These ship after October 31st. Okay, so you're looking at a month out when you buy this.
Okay.
Now, if you buy the silver, if you get the silver one, it's going to ship out within 3 to 5 days. So if you want the black, see, you have to pick China and silver, and you'll get it for the cheapest price, $27.57. If you want the black, you're going to wait a while for it, $23.99. It's going to be October 31st. But if you want the silver version, pick China silver, and it'll ship out within 3 to 5 days. If you pick USA, it jumps to $33.21. But the warehouse is in the United States. You don't have to wait for China shipping. So you have to figure out which way you want to go.
Now, for those of you who are wondering what I was talking about when I was describing this pivoting motion, Big Bam has found an even better picture that shows you how that top cap swings out of the way and then allows you to get underneath right there to that little fill port, okay? So it's just so slick. Like I say, no pieces to drop or roll away or, get juice on stuff. It's just so slick to refill. That's one of the most beautiful top fillers.
That is pretty hot. Like I actually wanna see how this thing works. You know what I mean? Like I really want to see. Like I know Scope has one. Scope, does it like slide smooth? Is it real? Is there something you have to do to make it break? I mean, like if I'm vaping and I move, it's gonna break on me, or?
It clicks, Nitro says.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Nice.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I want to check that one out too.
Yeah, that looks badass. Yeah, I have one on order, but I won't see it till Halloween. but what it is what it is. Filling is epic, Scope says. So.
The bottom gets super hot. D. Millen says, "Well, 3 coils run in. I'm not necessarily surprised, but you'd want to have lots of airflow going." What? What are you talking about?
It's not the only bottom that gets hot. Anyway, so Tiger, you have anything for us?
Shock. All right. Well, let's clear off some of this stuff, and I do, in fact, have something else I want to talk to you about. And this is unusual. I don't usually talk about stuff like this, but in keeping with our crusade to look for better sources of juice deals, I wanted to share this with you guys. Let's take that link address and and throw a mod on the keyboard. Let's do that too while we're at it. That's always fun. All right, I'm going to bring up a picture for you guys. This is a deal on juice, 30 mils. They've got it marked down. They usually want $24 for this juice, but it's available right now, 30 mils for $7.17, which is kind of sweet. They're saying it's a delicate, fruitful flavor with a hint of sweet, ripe cherry. So, for those of you who like a fruity vape and like a deal, I wanted to throw this out there for you guys.
Right, and one thing that's important, and I think a lot of juice vendors, and this is something I want to bring up, a lot of juice vendors forget that the majority of vapors, believe it or not, vape higher nic. And there's a higher nic option in this, okay? A much higher nic option. They go now. Some of the nic options have gone out. So you get 0, 8, and 16 right now. Mm-hmm. 8 I can handle no problem. 16 I could never do. But for those of you who want to vape higher nic, big time, get it. And that's important. I think all juice vendors should have a high nic option. Because not everybody vapes 3 and 6. To be honest with you. I think every juice vendor should have a 12, 16, 18, even maybe a 24 nic option. Mm-hmm. I started at 48 milligrams.
With the really aggressive sub-ohm tanks available now, you'll never use 18, you'll never use 24, maybe not even 18 in those. But we have to bear in mind there's still a lot of people that are very happy vaping cardamizers and CE4s that deliver so much less vapor that they want the higher nicotine to get their satisfaction.
Right.
So it's nice to see that option.
Right, and this raw, this just went up today, and they already sold 44 out of 100. So, me and Tiger haven't even pimped this.
No. I'm just telling you guys during the show about this one right now.
Yeah. So we haven't even pimped it. So use coupon code baby, take 10% off, and it comes down to like $7 and what is it?
$7.17 after the coupon code.
So
that's a nice price. Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of cool, and it's a nice price for 30 mils of something to try. So we wanted to make sure you guys knew about it. I love getting the chance to try new things. You never know when something's going to become a favorite. Iced oatmeal cookie, Mad Scope. So anyway, just mentioning that. Somebody was asking me at the earlier in the show if I was vaping that. I'm sorry I missed your question earlier, but I do remember now. And the fact is, no, I'm not. I'm in withdrawal, and I'm very sad about it, but it's on its way, and I hope that if I'm a good patient girl, I will be vaping Mad Scope on Thursday.
Now, don't forget, while you're there, if you're not really interested in this juice, go to their clearance section.
Oh, yeah, they've got a good clearance section.
Right now, I'm looking. They have some really good stuff on clearance. And don't forget, with baby, you're going to get another 10% off the total price. Right. So, like, if you want a 50 watt zero mod, you'll get it for 40 and change. Mm-hmm. They also have let me see here, that juice, the entire juice line. They just don't have raw. They also have Haven, Rain, and Root. A few bucks more, but that whole line is also in the clearance section. If you want the Tesla 60 watt box mod, it'll be under $30, and then they have the SMY 50 watt box mod. It'll probably be just coming in at $39-ish. And they got a few other great mods there, so just check it out. They got a lot of stuff in there. They got the 30 amp E-Fest 18650s. I think, no, don't lie to me. Let me see. All right, here we go. This is a great deal. E-Fest IMR 30 amp batteries, 2100 mAh, 2-pack for $12. But with 10% off, that brings it down to 11 and change, or $11.99. That's a pretty damn good deal for 30 amp batteries.
I'm just hunting to show them. I want to make sure I get the ones you were talking about, though.
So while you're over there, just check it out. They got some really, really good stuff. Vapor Beast has been a company I've been with since I've been a brand new vapor. I used to buy my cartomizers from them. I bought my Switchback mod from them, which was a mod you could vape from both ends.
Is that the ones you were talking about, Joe? Did I get that right?
Yes, I'm looking at it.
There
right
we
now.
go.
Yeah, really good deal.
30 amp, 2100 mAh. Yeah, that is a good buy.
And they are legit because if you look in this 75 watt IPv2, that's where I'm using them right in it right now, actually. So they work fantastic. So for anybody who's like, oh, they may not, no, they work perfect because I'm using them in the IPv2. So they work great.
Cool beans.
All right, so we're at 103.
10:03 on the best coast. So I think it's your turn. Do you have another deal for us, Joe?
Of course not.
VaporJoe, the deals magnate.
All right, let me just make sure if it's in stock. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I have a really great deal on the Heracles. And
my favorite.
And the heads, if they're in stock. Yes, they are still in stock. Fantastic deal. Okay. For those of you who like the Heracles, do we really need to talk about the Heracles?
It's a winner.
And it's a winner chicken dinner. I'll take that from, what's his name, from the Food Network. Guy Fieri. At $16.62 for the tank, but if you already have them and you don't need them, the heads are just $7.71 for a pack of 5, and these are legit. These aren't clones.
That's legit, a good deal.
Yeah, legit tank, legit heads. Over at e-cig.com. What else do I need to say other than it's an amazing tank? Yeah. I know Tiger loves it. Yeah. I love it. Now they have a new one called the Cyclone that has just come out, but you're looking $35 on the Cyclone. But for those of you who are using the Heracles and still enjoy it, even if you just want to buy the replacement heads, I mean, it's just over $1 a head. It is fantastic. I mean, $1 for head. It's just phenomenal. Phenomenal.
No, I really like the Heracles. I didn't think I could get... I mean, they came out with the sub-tanks first. I was a fan. They came out with the Arctic. I was a bigger fan. Then you got a hold of a Heracles and you said, Tiger, you're going to love this. And I said, boy, I don't know. It's going to have to be pretty impressive to beat my Arctic. And I think they may have done that. I still love my Arctic tanks, don't get me wrong, but the Heracles, I think, edges it. If you haven't tried one of these yet, at this price, go now. Get one. Get some extra heads for it, too, right off the bat, because you're going to want them. Trust me.
Right. And, again, I mean, these are China prices. I mean, I don't even think GearBest or Fast Tech can beat this price for a legit. I mean, they might have the style, and the word style means clone. They may have the style version, maybe, at this price, but not a legit. Yeah. And, again, shipped from the United States. Just you can't go wrong. I don't even know how these fuckers are making money.
Yeah, really. No, that's a great buy. Under $17 for those tanks. That's a great buy. If I didn't already have 4 of them, I'd go for it.
Hey, somebody wrote in there, "Fuck Vamo." Let me tell you something. There's an awesome Vamo out there. I pimped the Vamo deal many weeks ago. It was a little tiny Vamo, tiny little guy, 25 watt, using 18350 battery. And it's still on order. I bought one though. It's literally going to take up like this much of my hand. You can't. I love tiny mods. I don't know what it is with me and tiny mods. I guess because I have a something with midgets or short people or whatever. I like small things, and I want to just hold it in my hand and just be able to cup the entire PV in my hand. Because I live in Jersey, and everything in Jersey, you can't vape here. Okay, so everything has to be stealth. You know, so I love stealth mods, really tiny, teeny mods. I love them. Keep them in my shirt pocket, be at Walmart, vaping, nobody knows. I don't have to bust out some big, huge, apparatus. Let's say use Tiger. I already told Tiger we got to have one at our wedding, but she doesn't.
No! It's not happening.
All right, listen, you can't have an entourage without a little person.
Well, we do have a little person, the tiger cub.
Oh, okay.
There's your midget.
A grown little person.
It's not a sideshow. It's not a circus. Just
you're racist. Well, I don't know. Is that racist? Is there something against height? Is there a name for that? Where it's not racist or anti-Semite. It's like anti what?
I'm anti sideshow. That's what I am.
Okay.
If you get a midget, I get an ocelot.
You are a sizist, Tiger.
I'm an ocelotist. So if you get a midget at the wedding, I get an ocelot.
What's an ocelot?
An ocelot is a small version, kind of a leopard. It's a spotted little jungle cat. About the size of a small-ish dog. Like, much too big to be a house cat, but too small to be a leopard.
Okay. Well, I'm okay with that.
All right.
Okay, so I get a carny, and you get a.
Yeah, you find me my ocelot. Yeah, you do that. You do that.
You could be the ring bearer.
Wow. I just don't even want to know what kind of litter box we'll have to go through to get those rings, but anyway. Yeah.
Anyway.
I just, how do we even get here? Like, this is beyond. Really, you did. I'm sitting here going, how did we end up here?
See, I had to do this because Tiger broke me the last DoneDeal. It was terrible.
Seriously.
She destroyed me. I could not speak for about 5 minutes.
Go see the recording. It's truly inspiring.
And so I had to do it this time.
I had to rewatch that portion several times and just laugh to myself. It takes a special skill to render Joe Petner speechless, even for a few seconds. So, those few of us who've managed to do it now and then, you gotta really enjoy that moment.
Albie, I cannot invite you to the wedding and you be the midget because you're taller than I am.
You're only a midget to Lake Giants.
If you were on your knees, you'd still be taller than the average bear.
Taller than me. Taller than the average tiger. All right. Yeah, we gotta get back on track. This is beyond squirreling out.
Squirreling?
This is like squirreling like level 100. So, so I'm gonna try and get serious here again. Let me grab a little linky. Oh yeah. Cut and paste is suddenly beyond my capacity to use a computer. What is going on
Broker.
here? Hey?
Broker.
You didn't break me. I didn't even giggle. All right, let's do this. Now, I have a confession to make. I couldn't believe when it happened. I was a dyed-in-the-wool mech user. I slowly sort of made the jump to mech box mods instead of tubes. And that took me long enough, and no, I'm not interested in regulated stuff so much. I'm all about the mechanicals. And, they started coming out with these incredible sub-ohm tanks. They started coming out with really nice regulated options, and now I find that everything at my desk is regulated. And what I tend to be interested in for myself, I tend to search out. So it's like, you know what? I've been ignoring the mech people, my people, and I wanted to rectify that this week. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the Dimitri. This is a Dimitri styled mechanical box. This one
Wow.
houses two 18650s. Beautifully crafted case. You can see, just so beautifully crafted, and of course with the Dimitri nameplate on it like the original had. You can see the screws in the bottom that allow you to get a perfect fit for your batteries, perfect contact, perfect continuity. Okay. And then the top firing button on this, and there of course is a look at the insides, just clean, 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 clean. It's a beauty, no question about it. Dual 18650, so lots of power, keep you vaping longer. Great for your aggressive dripper builds, or aggressive tank builds if you like rebuilding. So there you have it. But the most beautiful part of this deal is coming in at under $17, $16.89 for that, and free shipping available. So.
Right. Yeah. I'm assuming this is a solid billet aluminum box.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a simple design. Let's face it, it's a solid billet aluminum design. It's going to have looks like it has silver contacts on the bottom, brass contacts at the top. Got that little piece of Delrin in there as a spacer, and then of course you got your top button and your your 510 connector that looks like it comes out. If you look at it, the first picture actually looks like you could take it out. I don't know if you want to, adjust it or clean it or whatever, but that's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The first picture I'm looking at, you see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 510.
Yeah, that's actually quite nice. And you can see that's either copper, or I'm assuming that's copper in there for better conductivity.
Nitro's letting us know it comes apart just like the Cherry Bomber. So for those of you familiar with how that...
Right. And $16.89.
Yeah. Yeah, really, really sweet deal on a sweet box mod.
And the funny thing is everybody here can see how much money these fucking mod makers were making. When you can sell this for $16 and the original was like $200? I mean, what was in it to make it worth $200 more? For real. Like the tax cost you, literally you're paying the tax on the $200 mod to buy this mod.
Now, D75 wanted to know, does it ship to Canada? Absolutely. This is coming from overseas, so be a little bit patient. But yes, this ships for free to us. I like working with Focal. They have great customer service. I hear of very few problems with them, and when there is a problem I always hear about the resolution as well. They're very, very good at problem solving when they do come up, and I've ordered from them multiple times. Been very pleased. So.
Yeah, it's a really, really nice little box mod. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. Well, like I say, when these came out, even the copies, even the clones were higher than this, but to come in at under $17 now. If you're looking for a smart, nicely put together dual 18650 mech, I would say this is gonna fill the bill. So there isn't. Oh, you found a picture without the cover spacer. I get you. Okay, now that's at Fast Tech. I see your image is housed at Fast Tech, so I'm not going to guarantee that it's identical to this because sometimes they're sourcing from different places. But certainly, as a point of reference, thanks very much for sharing that picture. So Dimitri styled. We are not calling this an authentic. This is not an authentic. This is a Dimitri styled mechanical.
I love the word style. It's great.
Inspired.
It's a replica.
A collectible replica?
Yes, it's a collectible replica.
All right.
Who coined that phrase?
We did.
Yes. And if you heard the word collectible replica, we coined that phrase. I should trademark. Well, I can't trademark that.
No, you can't.
Yeah, but
we know. We know.
All right. So the next thing I'm going to bring up has nothing to do with anything you can buy, but something I just wanted to draw your attention to. This is a new 200 watt coming out from Sigelli. I'm calling this the iPhone of vaping, only because it looks. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, it really does look like it has like that iPhone design. It has the screen. It has the the. It doesn't look like even the what is it, the the KSD 60 watts we have, Tiger.
Yeah, or the SMYs.
Yeah, SMYs. Look at the screen on this. Like they're really putting in like I'm starting to think that we're going to see like pixels per inch in the statistics. We're going to start seeing like, oh, it has a Retina display, because now the displays are getting fantastic on the on these mods, and I don't know exactly the cost on this, but they're claiming it's 200 watts, and it, in my opinion, looks kind of sexy.
I know why you like it, because the display is predominantly green on black.
Shut up.
Nailed it.
Are we gonna start having like are we gonna start having like some sort of like we're gonna start downloading apps to our mod? Is it gonna be like the mod app store?
It's not far away, and we've seen the evidence of it moving that direction with mods that connect to your phone by Bluetooth to give you added functionality and reporting and so on and so forth. That mods you can actually take a phone call on and listen to music through. It's only a matter of time. We're just going to see more and more crossover.
You know what? Nitro and Scope invent the standard that we're a certain app language for all mods to have, and then we'll start a mod app store.
Right on. Sounds like fun. I'm gonna totally geek out all over that.
It's like, look what my mod can do, and it's like, oh shit, it has GPS on it now.
Oh, Nitro says Yeehai is on it already.
With their upgrading, no. I want like ways to work on my mod. Like I'm lost. And
I need a mod with GPS and speakers and
exactly. Exactly. I want to surf Facebook on my mod.
Nitro says vape case. There you go.
That is awesome. But this is what is to come, because you have to remember something. And it's just a function of reality. We've hit a point in vaping where wattage and temperature control has put the maximum amount of vapor we can have in our lungs. I mean, at this point, if there's any more vapor that goes into our lungs, we'll die. Okay, let's face it. Okay, so now they have to work on looks. I mean, this is the next level. So now everything's about looks. And you are going to see tricked out screens, and you're going to see LEDs that flash, and everything's going to go crazy. And this is just case in point right here. It's just a beautiful example of how 200 watts is about as much as the average vapor is ever going to need, and now they just have to work on looks, and we're just there. We're gonna have mods that control drones and have scanners on them, and you can surf the internet on them. I mean, pretty much, it's gonna be an iPod with vaping capabilities.
I want an iPod. I want a vape that is a drone. So when you forget it in the other room, you can just fire up your phone and it comes to you.
Little micro servos. Oh, there's my.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Okay. When it comes out, you're welcome.
The first mod that can go home.
I love it.
That is awesome. And it's funny because my drone was dropped off today. My mother, for my birthday, bought me a drone. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. And that's just like, that would be sick. Something that the mod could do outside of vaping. I don't know, get up and just walk away. That'd be fucking awesome. I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
I think we did it again. Squirrel level 100.
You know what, though? But when you look at a mod like this, you have to scroll out, because there's so much. You see a mod like this, and you're like, okay, the screen is fantastic. Okay, and then once we maximize that level where the screens and the displays look fantastic. What's the next level? Okay, well, it's got to do something now. You know, what will it do? You know, so who knows?
Yeah, we need GPS. MTM agrees with me. We need that because, you know, and I'm thinking all these times that you lose track of your mod.
Oh,
you need
for
that
real, Tiger.
like tile service, you know, like how many times just when I was with you, Joe, did you lose one around the house and I'd find it for you? So when I'm not around,
it's always in the can.
I never actually found one in the can. So no, that's not true. But it was the kitchen or oftentimes right under your nose. That was the funniest part.
Yeah, it's like, where the fuck is my... Oh, it's right there.
So...
I get so angry with mods, you know, because I lose them all the time because I have so many of them.
He loses everything, people. He needs me back because I was the only one in 5 weeks that knew where his mod, keys, wallet were.
She's lying.
It's my job. What can I say?
She's lying.
I tell no lies. So,
but,
well, we are at 22 minutes past the hour, and I know DC's in the room. Now, there was some talk of a broadcast after us. I don't know, Aries and DC, I don't know what you guys have up your sleeve, but I know that DC is scheduled right after us. So do stick around. DC always has the best music mix. Like, there's a few hosts, Three Dog, I'm thinking, and that have some great music mixes. I know Scope's music's always great too. But DC does something special in the wee hours here. So hang out, listen, keep him some company, and enjoy the intelligent vape chat that he always brings to the table. So do stick around. But we still have 7 minutes on the clock, and I know we usually throw it open to questions. So,
but just real quick, I think your idea of having a GPS on your mod
is brilliant.
And absolutely.
Because think of all the ones that get stolen at vape meets. What if you could just like phone it and find out where it was?
Tiger. Oh my God, you shouldn't even talk about it. We should patent that immediately.
Yeah.
And talk about it. I mean, because
it'd be like having a tile built into your mod.
And tiles are cheap.
Right.
Tiles are like $12.
Right. So we just need a little space in the case.
Right. And just be like, go on your iPhone and be like, where the fuck is my mod? Boop. Oh, it's in the hotel room. Shit.
Yeah. Or it's in that guy's hand, and now I have to beat him. So there you go. Lucidius, don't rain on my parade.
No, we'll have a separate 500 mod battery.
He says battery drain would be too high. Well, you're partly right, but the tile itself has no, real battery drain. So, like we could just build one of those in, and it won't work on the battery. So there you go.
Let me tell you something. My tile, the little tile that I have in my wallet, so I know where my wallet is half the time. You don't really recharge the tile.
Yeah.
It just, you don't recharge it. It's just
there.
Infinite, yeah. So you could just put a tile-based system right inside of a mod.
Yeah, use the technology they're using for tile, and we'll all know where our stuff is all the time.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you, Tiger.
I keep thinking of after every vape meet, and every now and then you get a note on Facebook from a store too, where somebody's stuff has gotten scooped up, and there you go. We'll fix those guys. You heard it here.
Heard it here.
So we got 5 minutes left on the clock. If anybody has any questions to throw at us, and if there's anything else you want to talk about, Joe, while we're still here, and
penis. No.
Always that.
No, honestly. Yeah. If there's anything anybody wants to talk about, just
what WTF is a tile? Nitrobex wants to know. Tile is a small little square of plastic with a bunch of cool GPS and computerized stuff built into it, and you just attach it. You can stick it in your wallet, you can put it on your keychain, you can pin it to your kid's jacket. Yep. And it's a GPS locator. And the beautiful part of the tile system actually is that it's only got so much range. It's a range not unsimilar to Bluetooth, so as soon as something's out of that range, it doesn't help you much, or so you think. The thing is, all people who use Tiles and the Tile app on their phones are tied to each other, so if somebody else is near your Tile, their phone will let all other Tile users know that's where this one is. So you use other people's phones and apps as well to find your stuff. If somebody steals your bike and it's got a Tile attached to it and they take it 10 miles away, a Tile user that's near it will basically broadcast its location for you. Cool.
Yeah, it's really badass. I bought 3 of them. No, I bought 4 of them. I put one in my wallet. I gave one to Tiger. I gave one to my mother. I think I still have one out somewhere that I haven't been using. But great to put on your keys.
Yeah.
Just in case you leave your keys at the local shop, whatever, because it always reports.
Yeah.
And you'll get a pin where its last location was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not real time, in the sense that it
you
will
can't
report.
follow the moving dot, but
Right.
it will report in and let you know where it is. So that's kind of cool. And of course, it's one of those technologies that the more people using it, the better it gets, because now there's more people connected and getting those signals and broadcasting them.
And the cool thing is also when you ask it to, it'll do a tone. So
it'll beep, so you can find it.
Yeah, so it's in my house, and I'm like, where the fuck is my? Oh, there's my wallet. I always lose my wallet.
Yeah, he does. He needs me back. I'm better than Tile.
Well, you are better than Tile.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. That's my tag. That's my new tagline. TygerTyger, better than Tile.
No, TygerTyger Tile.
Tiger Tile?
Tiger Tile. There you go.
All right. When is the equipment world going to come up with a standard connection other than 510? They have MTM. They have. Zen has a standard that just hasn't caught on really beyond Zen. And it's unfortunate because it's a good one. A much wider connection, less wiggly, less fragile. But, it really hasn't gone farther than his products. And, we, of course, there's the old Ego style. I don't really personally feel that's a win over the 510. I think the 510 is better than Ego. That's my personal opinion. But the problem with something like that is you got to try and get everybody to get on board that train. So
yeah, it's the industry isn't what it used to be. Back in the day, you had weird connections, and all of a sudden the 510 came out, and it took over by storm, and and everybody's just on it. And Zen came out with a fantastic new connector called the Z2 system, and it didn't take off, but is far superior. Far superior to the 510.
And now we're seeing magnetic housing and seating for your atomizer, and I'm wondering how much more of that we'll see. So, there are changes.
Smokey showed me that on Envy, where he just took that huge tank and put it on top. It was a click, and he was wiggling it like this, and it would not come off.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that was badass, But it had an adapter, so you can use a 510 on it, too.
Right.
So, all right, guys, the time is 1:30. Now, is DC coming on tonight, or?
I believe so. There was some talk about a broadcast. I saw a mention made, and I'm not sure if Aries is still in the room. Is he? No, I don't see him. All right. Well, then we'll leave it as it's DC, because I'm not 100% sure. But as I understand it, DC is up after us. So,
before we leave, everybody's screaming, Joe, Tiger, have you seen Dr. Kremy's lab? Dr. Kremy's lab. Does anybody have a fucking picture of this? Because everybody's saying, holy shit. Can somebody put this in the fucking room? Is there a screenshot somewhere? Is there a picture somewhere?
There's Lucidius is saying he'll share it on your timeline.
Oh, okay. Well, somebody said 1 sec. Put it on screen.
Right, we've got one. Let's have a look. See here.
Oh boy, it gets worse. It gets worse as it goes down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, my lord.
Well, yeah.
They won an award last year.
Yeah. Well, that would definitely be before this came out. Oh, wow. Yeah, the big bug Yeah, okay, I can't even talk about this.
Well, who took these pictures and why?
Yeah.
And
Because
how do we
before,
know? How do we know this is from Dr. Krem?
yeah,
How do we
this
know?
is it. I'm reluctant to say much because I have no verification that I know exactly where this is. Now, if it is what it says it is, damn.
I mean, do we? I mean, I'm looking at these pictures and I see nothing in these pictures that prove to me that this is Dr. Kremi's yet. Like, I'm not seeing anything other than lots of bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody have any idea of a picture that could show to me that this is actually Kremi? Because
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that. Like, I could say this is, you know, fucking, Lonnie's lab. You know what I mean? Like, I could
Except,
say,
you have to know we're joking. This is not. This is
no, but I'm
not.
just saying, like, my point is we could say this is anybody's lab.
Yeah.
Where in these pictures there's there proof that this is Kremi's lab?
Well, I'm thinking there are bottles with labels. I guess if one could zoom in enough, but I'm not
Oh,
able to do that right this
wait.
second.
There's one bottle next to the drill that looks
Yeah.
like it has a DR dot or could be something dot.
Yeah, that's the problem. It could be. It could be. And certainly, I have no reason to believe that anybody would, lie about where the pictures are from. But at the same time, I just want to be careful. We don't want to crucify anybody. But let me just say, whoever's lab that is, I don't want anything out of it.
That's
I'll,
quite.
I'll leave it at that.
What's
Wow.
Matty Ice did this? Matty Ice had a jersey? How did he have access to his lab? I know Matty Ice. How did he? Wow. I know Matty Ice personally.
Wow. Just wow. And the bug has a name. Scope said that's Frank the bug. So, yeah, Frank, stay the hell away from my juice. That's all I have to add. Wow. Just wow.
Well,
All right. Well, with that,
well, anyway, welcome
dark,
to DoneDeal.
Yeah, with that dark end to the show, we have gone 4 minutes overtime. My apologies, DC, and I guess we will free up the
You know
stream
what?
and
You
let
know
you
what we're
take
gonna
over.
do? You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna see if I can't get Dr. Kremlin to come on Mount Envy this week.
There you go. Let's talk.
Let's see if we can. Hey, Nitro Scope, one of you guys, Nitro, see if you can have Dr. Kremlin and see if he wants to come on Mount Envy. To talk about this, and maybe he can put some of these rumors to rest.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Or, if they're not rumors, wow. Just wow. All right, so we'll leave it at that for now. And, okay. I guess we will wish you a very good week full of deals and great vapes. And see you next week. And
hey Tiger.
Yes.
Only two more done deals because we can't do the third because you'll be packing.
That's right. In fact, 2 more done deals before I'm headed back, and 22 more sleeps.
That's right.
No, can hardly
wait. All
wait.
right, guys. So we will see you next week for the first of the second.
Yes, indeed. Ciao, Bellas.
See you later. Penis.